World champ for what? World champ for what? World champ for what? For that? Well, that's child's play. Second you shoot this over here, you're gonna hop in. That's child's play, bro.
You're my angel. You're the only sunshine in my life. Feels like heaven when you take me in your arms. You're my angel. You're the only sunshine in my life. Feels like heaven when you take me in your arms. In your arms.
So what is it that he did that disrespected you that got you to dislike him?
This is not a therapy session.
Well, no, but you accused him.
I mean, what do you think of him as a fighter? I mean, have you watched much tape? I mean, have you seen much of his game? Obviously, I'm sure you hear the hype around him, but do you think he's deserving of it?
It's fucking, I give up on preparing. I'm just like, whatever. Beat me.
Think you can just break my heart and leave me.
You gotta love it, so you want it so bad that you're pushing yourself to those limits to where you just simply hate it. And if you ain't there to where you hate it, then good luck trying to love this shit.
People are always saying about the talk, and I talk, and I talk, and I talk, but guess fucking what? I back it up! I back it up!
Badass in the room. I believe that I'll be the first one to step up and the day be different. Mantle.
You're dreaming.
Media, then I hate you right back, and you can shove it up your ass because that is what happened.
You said some.
I respect these guys, but they're not leaders. These guys aren't gonna grab microphones or take actions in a cage, and the masses are going to follow them.
If I'm naked and I play 1 vs 2, I get more than 1400 grade, and then he's gonna come talk to me to say how I have to play.
You know, but nobody did. I'm like, you guys all failed. This is gonna be easy money because can't no one do. Watch me get this fight.
Conor McGregor, you're taking everything I work for. I'm gonna fight you now.
You're not gonna just run me over or come at me with a bitch and get my face. Because I'm a fighter first. And I'll fight that and you get in my face. Like how Otto would get punched out.
It was real. It was real.
You know this is the real.
That's it. You know it's the real. You know it's the real. Yeah, I don't give up. I don't give a Gita. I don't give a Gita.
right? Two jobbers from foreign countries that come out to North America and fight and act as though that's the new standard for the industry. I have been the standard of the industry. I am the one that wrote the blueprint. I am the one they copied. I am the one that will continue to teach them what they need to know.
Is it impossible?
It's not just a fight. This is the fight business. And if you can't hype a fight, you're going to get relished to the undercard. And that's where we were. So, you know, I stand by the statement, and I would encourage Yushin Okami, who's still a top 10 fighter, you know, to be able to maybe hype a fight a little bit and bring some more fan interest.
Sterling, dickhead. There we go. Right, hang back. Sterling, pass it back. Sterling, pass it back. He's there. He's on side. Pass it to him. He's on side. Sterling, he's on side. Pass it to him. Don't dive. Fucking idiot!
Yeah, buddy!
It's time to talk one-on-one with everyone here. Listen carefully, bros. This is the revolution.
之后表演真正的技术了。
I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year.
Hello guys, today let's talk about SMITE, Battleground of the Gods. So in 10 years, what did actually change in SMITE? You know, what did we improve? Did the game actually improve, or did we go backward, right? You know, SMITE is one of those games that have insane potential on the gaming market, but did we actually use it, right? That's the question. Did we actually use it even though we had no competition on the MOBA market? SMITE is one of those games that have really good action core, but really good social system. When this game came out 10 years ago, it was so innovative. It was one of the best games on the market, but it feels like we didn't really use the potential this game has. We are focusing on the wrong things. We are still being held back by the old mentality. For example, that only Conquest Dota can be a competitive, so we ignore everybody else. Or that, you know, removing fun game modes in the match of the day rotation would somehow bring in more players, which makes no sense, right? You know, this is coming from somebody who has been playing SMITE for like almost 10 years, right? And what hurts the most is actually how much potential do SMITE has, and Hi-Rez still didn't manage to do anything with it, even though we had literally no competition on the MOBA market, which is such a huge deal because, you know, there's so many open niches on the market currently for MMORPG and MOBA style games. So what is holding the game back, you know? I think one of the biggest problem is the fact that Hi-Rez actually removed a lot of the content from the game, not improve it and focus on things that actually matter, like tournaments, clan wars, you know, the community content. No, but they did the opposite. They removed Clash, they removed Siege, they changed the UI, so now it has no character anymore. They removed the ranked arena, ranked leaderboard and rewards. They removed adventures like domination, smite card, all joust, and so on and so on. They remove so much content from this game. Why are they not just adding this back into the match of the day rotation for weekends, or each week or each second week you could put in a new fun game mode into the rotation, right? We don't have clan wars, which will be huge. The SMITE Pro League is a joke, right? We don't have tournaments for North America and EU, and then let few best teams play it out in Atlanta for the final reward. Like, I mean, somebody really has to talk about this, because I have been preaching about SMITE for years and I never got hurt. In fact, I just got banned in most of the communities. You see, if you just look at back, few years ago, posts on SMITE Reddit used to have thousands of upvotes, but now they barely got 100 likes. Why? Not only because the game is so mismanaged and it's dying, because also these communities are so mismanaged. You have problems with censorship, you have problems with they forbid a lot of the content that promote discussion, like memes, and community content like videos. They make 6 SMITE subreddits instead of 1 with flares. Only art is usually allowed here, right? And now downvoting was also a huge issue here. So now only, you know, it's always, this was always a problem, SMITE Reddit. But I really miss the old community, you know. Now it's just, you know, a lot of the people who actually cared about these communities are just getting banned, because those mods really have no idea. This is what I hate. Some of these guys are supposed to bring the community together. They're supposed to, you know, make the community active, but they're doing the opposites, right? They forbid content, they censor people who bring discussion and light. They failed at their jobs, and now they're using bans and censorship to, you know, make themselves feel good. You know, they're doing something good for the community. They're full of shit, just like SMITE Olympians, who also helped to destroy people's careers, right? And at the end of the day, it's all about Harris' fault. You know, they're catering to those content creators that got everything handed to them on a silver platter because they got on SPL. They pay their SPL players for no good reason. So then these guys also gatekeep everybody else. It's such a bad. The state of pro scene is such a joke, because Harris doesn't know how to manage the community, and this is probably one of the biggest reason why SMITE died. Because of the bad community management. It's nothing else there. Every Harris game, for example, has bad community moderation. You have Arena versus Conquest in SMITE, you have Strikeout versus Domination in Rogue Company, you have the Deathmatch versus Siege in the Paladins. You always have this divided ranked community, right? You have EU versus North America players and international players. Only Conquest North America players have chances to make it in this game, but now even the game is dying because they don't manage it correctly. We don't have a ranked leaderboard for Arena, we don't have clan wars, we don't have good UI with character, we don't have tournaments anymore. So I think the future of this game is pretty much done. And this is the sad reality. How can a game be in a worse state that it was 7 years ago? So tell me, what did Harris actually improve in SMITE? Nothing really. All they do is make new conquest maps, and they make the item balance worse each season, right? That's all they do. There was literally nothing else they did. In fact, they actually removed so much content from the game. Clash, Siege, that people loved. Ranked Arena, that people loved. I have been asking for like 7 years to bring it back. They made UI worse, that he's no character anymore. Now it looks just like a cheap game. They still didn't fix clans. They still didn't fix old fun game modes. They didn't add old fun game modes back. They have so many assets they did. Domination, SMITE card, adventures, right? They do so many content, but they're not even using it. They made skins more expensive, so now they don't even mean anything. Back in the days we had skins for playing ranked, we could get skins in mini chests, you get so many free skins, but now they have no meaning, they're over expensive, and now Harris is just using this game to make money, that's it. Over expensive, no actual events. The management of this game is a total joke. How can you have such a good game on your hands and you screw it up? How can you even do that? I wonder. That's why people lost to the companies. You know, you're just like one of those Japanese studios. You're simply outdated. Just like most MOBA studios, they only care about Dota, Kung Fast players and ignore everybody else. Even though there is such a huge open niche on the market for arena fans, for example. Or Japanese studios. They know how to make good games, but they don't know how to make complete games. When was the last time they actually made a good multiplayer open world game with multiplayer elements? They still call co-op games a multiplayer games, you know. It's not multiplayer. Monster Hunter is a typical example. You return back to the city and the city is empty, there's no people there. You have no competition, you have no teamwork, nothing. That's why their games are dying, even though they're good games, right? Because they don't know how to make complete games, because they are being held by the old mentality. And it's the same for all markets. Taken. If you just check Taken or Dota, still one of the most popular games. But when you compare it to something like Destrega, a 20-year-old game that has better action combat than Taken today, right? They're all outdated. They're being held back by the old mentality. Oh yeah, our Taken is made by, you know, two-dimensional. Yeah, you see, this is Taken. And then you check the Strega, which is a 20-year-old PC One game, and it still has better action combat than some of these games, right? Or Pirate of the Black Cat, it's great. Pirate of the Black. These are all such old games, and if such games would have multiplayer, they would be best games on the market. Look how cool it is, you know. Look how cool it is.
Not yet.
Such a cool game. And somebody really has to talk about such issues, like, and I'm pretty much done talking. I'm just wasting my energy. These studios don't care, they don't listen, and what can you do? But what really hurts me, you know, there are so many people who love this game, there are so many people who love to make content for this, right? But I made over 600 SMITE videos, 700 SMITE videos. I barely got any views from it. I only get views when I was sharing them in, you know, Facebook groups and such, or some Discord servers. But that's it. Otherwise you have no chances to get any views, because only those guys who abused SPL Pro League to get ahead, that gatekeep others, only those guys get ahead, you know. I blocked most of these guys, you know, but Weekend, Icon, Zapman, Barracuda, Jake Paul, Hadix, fine, okay, they're all the same, right? They got everything handed on the silver platter, and now they are acting, they are such a pro players, when they know they have been lacking competition for years, you know? There's literally 0 Europe players, 0 EU players, 0 console players, 0 international players, yet they still call themselves champions, which pisses me off. They don't make tournaments, but hey, UFC, the biggest organization in the world, they also don't make tournaments, but they stage every fight. But you know, that's why UFC is losing so much viewership, because they don't know what, they think it's a huge business, but a competition, people want to see best of the best. This is why people watch such things. And people are starting to wake up, and that's why UFC is losing so much viewership, even though they use so many tricks, you know, they manipulate the social media, everything with fake promo accounts and so on, but hey. And all the, don't get me started on YouTubers and those social media pages. They're also full of shit. That's it, that's all, it's all about huge business. Especially when the game is bleeding players, then you see even more of such issues, right? Or Conor in UFC and so on.
This is not going to be a close fight. I'm going to run through him like I've ran through everyone else. And I've never lost a round of fighting in my life, let alone the UFC. I've never lost anywhere. I fought 48 men. I've never lost a round.
But your monster can't use its abilities! It's no monster. It's a god!
Down here, salt is a way of life.
操！马小皮崽子，你真没见过黑社会啊！太牛了！他整个当奶呀，给整美就美颜去。操！ không mà biết có cái
Mày chữ thề con cặc đồ mày nói chuyện vô dân quá. Mày coi chừng mày chết với tao nha mày.
Fly lice?
Fly lice. It is fried rice, you prick.
Fortunately for you two, we're reviving a canceled undercover police program from the 80s and revamping it for modern times. You see, the guys in charge of this stuff lack creativity and are completely out of ideas. So all they do now is recycle shit from the past and expect us all not to notice.
Yo guys, let's talk about the state of SMITE competitive scene.
We don't do that here.
Hyris be like, let's remove all the hybrid support items, you know, that allowed for deep and fun itemization and counter building. Also Hyris, let's buff Gladiator Shield instead. So now even Guardians can buy it.
Right now, even I don't wanna talk about this shit.
North America Conquest YouTubers gathering.
Alright then. We are incredibly excited to kick this off. I say this a lot, right? Y'all will hear me say we got a big update coming, and I've said that for a lot of updates, and they have been big.
That head turn and look says it all.
Off today with 10-1. But we've been evaluating our release schedule. We've been
now, and the first thing that we're talking about is a brand new Conquest map.
Ooh, this is nice! Girl!
More rank changes, but one that's really big, and that is that all ranked modes are going to be full crossplay.
Oh boy.
In year 10.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
Speak.
Imagine caring about arena players.
Into it. You think you're gonna get some?
I don't believe what I read about a guy or what he tells me. I have to find it out for myself. If a guy tells me he's tough, the only way for me to know it and find it out is to get him in the ring. And if he can tell me whether he's tough or not in the ring.
In other words, don't tell me about it, prove it to me.
Right.
Right now, would you consider yourself ready to meet the best man?
Yes, I am.
No question in your mind.
I'm in top shape, and that's one reason why I'm here, to meet the best.
Well, the best are here. You came to the right place, John Paul. Good luck to you. We'll be watching you very closely because I know they have high hopes for you.
Well, thank you.
This is the way to start. You also love surprises. You are a fire burning bright. You are what mesmerizes me. Every time you meet me, you know I will be there. You know I really care. Say you will, say you dare. Every time you need me, you know
You didn't accept my friend request. All life must end.
Dang! Yeah, right, say whipper. He said, excuse me, okay, so your name and movement is absolutely fucking gorgeous. So this guy's a champion. I already know he's a champion in 1 second.
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Alex. Alex. On the JB California, Sega.
JB California.
Zato već mam gojezico to sonege preko Skype.
Wow.
Sekoj.
That's tough, man. I'm proud of you, bro. That's crazy. I love it. That's cool. Alex, huh?
Alex.
What city? LA, San Fran, San Diego.
Me some deka.
Target acquired, Warlock. Kill him.
We'll see you later, boy. I can't believe you silenced. I cannot believe you pressed silence. After I said I'm silencing me, not you. Then you silenced anyway.
Strict orders from the general to silence that boy after the defreeze.
Penalising you. This is not soccer. Is that clear? Back and go and get on with the game. Please, Chris, yeah?
Wow, he is not throwing any punches here.
No, man.
He's not holding back at all. He's like.
Bro, this guy name is Arena End Boss. Bro, this guy name is Arena End Boss.
Donkey.
Look at that though from Boxes. He's lost his touch with the drop kicks, but that's a magnificent piece of camera work. And good footwork.
Gets one around the corner to Barrett. Damn! That shit good!
Cabroken.
Maguire!
Moses in serious trouble here. Victor Moses.
Wait.
Screw you, geezer!
You guys don't know who I am? So why'd you guys just run with me to go catch a Charizard?
Do you not know who I am? I am Joey fucking Salads, the biggest threat to public safety since Ebola. Okay? More people get knowledge.
Hey guys, so let's talk about SMITE meta today, okay? If you have been watching SPL lately, you have been seeing that, you know, flat pin items are very popular, okay? So how do we build properly in this game, okay? Now, you can go any starter you want, you know, you have support starter, sentinel gift, then you have hunter starter, you can go like leather call, bluestone pendant or death tool, or if you play solo lane, you go warrior X or warding sigil usually. Now, the first item is very important, and the first item meta is flat pin item. You can go Jotun's Wrath, you can go the Crusher, you can even go Brawler's Beatstick if you want, and then, you know, get cooldown and mana from Valor if you want to combine it, you know. But flat penetration is very strong early game, okay? And often, you know, especially if you play like Mage Hunter or Ability Hunter, you can go Bluestone Pendant, into Jotun's, into the Crusher, okay? And then, this is the second or the third item is also very important, because usually, often people build counter item or hybrid item just to counter, you know, flat pin item, you know. Usually, you know, people start, you know, especially assassins or warriors, start with, you know, Jotun's Wrath, okay? And then second or third item is usually, you can go Valor, you can go Witchblade, you can go Winged Blade. And you get some protections and some HP, and these protections are really good to counter, you know, flat pin item rush, okay? You know, meta lately has been a little different, you know. There are some general rules we need to consider, especially in Conquest, how important power spikes are. You know, power spikes are very important. Conquest is all about early to mid game, so you wanna buy cheap, effective items. You wanna get Witchblade, you wanna get Stone of Binding, okay? Especially if you play support, you know, Ymir that's why Ymir is really good, because he has such a good clear and good pressure, because you will outclear anyone, you know. And if you go like Sentinel's Gift, you have really good sustain in early game, and then you just go Witchblade or Stone of Binding or Shogun Kuzari for good auras and cooldown, you know, and Valor, you know. So you always move forward, and slows are very underrated crowd control. If you are slowed, if you are being slowed, you cannot juke people, okay? So this is when Winged Blade and Sprint Relic come into play. Meta currently, meta is beats, you know, into Sprint Relic. So you give slow immunity to your whole team.
Let me get my girlfriend back! 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 Hey, you mother!
We're gonna bring all those memories back.
They should get alive in game. For example, Ugrosh, or I don't give a or warrior. I mean, an orc warrior. How more easy mode can you go? An orc warrior with deep thunder, 2v2 rating 1400. I mean.
Don't be shy, 'cause she looks to you, and you'll find she moves to you. Sometimes you're torn, and you are broken, and it takes a lot to get back on your feet. But in your heart, She looks to you, and you fight. She moves, don't be shy. She looks to you, and you
These reflections glimmer bright. It's like staring at the sun. Can't tear my eyes away from. And they're burning, but I don't seem to care.
She never cried for love. She never knew how to deal with a broken heart. She was so blue, only sweet.
Ariel Helwani for fanhouse.com at UFC 104 in Los Angeles, being joined by the victorious Chael Sonnen, who defeated Yushin Okami tonight via unanimous decision. And Chael, you spoke to us on the MMA Hour earlier this week. You said that Yushin Okami is a nuisance. You're going to rid the UFC of this problem. You have to feel pretty good right now.
Yeah, I sure do. You know, I firmly believe if you're going to step in and fight a guy, say whatever you want. If you're not going to fight a guy, don't. And I'm not going to fight him again, so I'll be a little bit more humble to him. But there is some truth to the statement. You know, he kind of pulls you down a little bit. He has a very...
Hosted by yours truly, tomorrow night.
De nada, agradeci. Que Deus
Love next, you're going to be on a pay-per-view and not be jerking the curtain like you said?
Yeah, I would think so. This is my first time not being on TV, and there's a lot bigger problems in the world than me not being on TV, so I want to make sure that I'm not singing the blues here, but that was my first time. I don't think it'll happen again. That fight, I just got called by my friends at home, did make the Spike TV airings, if I understood them correctly, so I wasn't punished too much, but yes, to answer your question, I think onward and upward.
Ariel Helwani at UFC 109 in Las Vegas, Nevada, being joined by Chael Sonnen, who will face Nate Marquardt this Saturday night live on pay-per-view. And Chael, what an interesting journey it has been for you to get to this point. You have been talking about everyone from Mark Coleman to Anderson Silva and generating a lot of heat for yourself. Was this part of some sort of master plan, or are people just asking you the questions and you're answering them?
No, they're really taking them out of context. It's just the truth. I haven't said anything that I even deemed as controversial. I have plenty of material in store. I haven't used any of it. Is going to get dirty, and that's the way that it goes. I don't offer an apology for any of that stuff, and these guys need to get thicker skin. And second off, everybody in the UFC should issue an apology except me. You stick a microphone in a guy's face and he calls out anybody but the champion, and Joe Silva should fax him a pink slip right then. So I don't offer any apology. I'm never going to change. I'm going to go after number one, whoever it is. If it's Anderson, or I got to go up after the guys at 205, or go on a diet and go after Jose Aldo. It doesn't matter. If you got the belt, I'm coming after you.
Chael Sonnen, it's good to see you.
It's good to be seen.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm almost, you ain't seen nothing yet. I got a lot more on this guy.
Oh, yeah.
If you do fight him, what can we expect to hear?
Well, it'll be a verbal beat. Anderson Silva will be in tears before it's all over. You know, look, there's just a lot out there on the guy. I mean, this guy's no more real than the Loch Ness monster. He ducked me for 6 years. I don't think why things will change now. If Joe Rogan hadn't taken the microphone out of my mouth, I would have told him, Anderson Silva, I want your answer right now. If you accept, I will wait till Super Bowl weekend. But if you reject, I will walk over there and whip your ass right here, right now in Houston, Texas.
On the win, overall, were you happy with your performance?
Well, you know, I'm going to have to relook at it. I got hit so hard in the first round. He hurt me so bad that, it's one of those deals. I didn't fully understand where we were, what we were doing.
Was he tougher than you thought he would be?
Yes.
How about the wrestling? Did that surprise you, how he was stuffing your takedowns early?
Yeah, the whole thing surprised me. You know, here's how I looked at this fight going into it, in my own head and in my own heart. There's a big fight. This is a tough fight. This is not going to be a close fight. I'm going to run through him like I've ran through everyone else. And I've never lost a round of fighting in my life, let alone the UFC. I've never lost anywhere. I fought 48 men. I've never lost a round. Never had a round go against me. And I had 2 different judges. I can't say that anymore. He was a tough fight. There's no way around it.
That's insane. I would never do that. Oh, boo. Oh, he went too far with the fake belt. Come on. Where you guys been?
Listen, man, his record speaks for itself. He's a good, durable fighter. He's the champion, but I am the best. And there can be only one, and I'm not going to make any apologies for that. You know, and he's done a good, solid job. He's a durable guy. I'm a world-class athlete. He's a martial artist. I'm a cage fighter. And there's a tremendous difference. And on Saturday night, it's going to be one more in the win column, one more for the highlight reel, and one more for the bad guy. Man, victory. All I can tell you is it's going to be a hard fight. You know, it's like we just had to do this primetime show, and they come out and they get ready to spar. And so they say, hey, should we turn the cameras off? I said, well, they need to turn the cameras off. I go, well, but you're going to start. You're going to spar. He's going to study that.
Who's the last champion you've ever beat? Who's the last legend, as you say, you've ever beat? You call yourself a legend? What have you done legendary besides talk? Buddy, on Saturday night, those little blue eyes are going to be sparkling even more, man. Just wait and watch. Just wait and watch. You've dug your grave, man. You have dug your grave.
The F word, that wasn't classy.
I don't care, man.
No,
I don't care. You've ruffled my feathers way too much, partner.
Yo,
you talk about my ex, man. You say shit like that.
You're classy.
Like,
Tito. Come on. 4-letter words. Come on, Mr. Class. Classy.
You ready to go, Tito?
Yeah. I've been ready to go for the last week.
Now, though?
Yes, like now. But you know what? I'm cool. I'm professional. I've been doing this for 20 years.
Classy.
I'll step back and I'll wait until Saturday. I'm okay.
Can I throw a kind of curveball at you in a way, Chael?
Let's do it.
Surely you have great admiration for what Tito's achieved in mixed martial arts.
Now, careful, everyone. This may be a lie, so just let him go and speak.
Tell another Jackal story about Christopher Walken and a mane and a lion and Vitor from back in the day.
Fucking joker. You're a joker, dude.
Hey, classy.
You're a joker, dude.
Like that was this maybe getting Let's get Witchblade now. Now we go cheat. But yeah, maybe we actually need average beats because we need beats for that. And yeah, being able to beat against Cuckoo. Yeah, because it was so slow. 1, 1, and 2, respectively.
Wow, you're really good at this.
Take this, jungle buff.
Thanks.
Ah, nice.
Yes.
Yeah, don't feel beats. Maybe playing too aggressively.
Bring the pain.
But yeah, now we can wing it with Witchblade, we can juke anyone in this game. And Warflag. Na 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 na. Yeah, the best way to juke Hercules is to walk towards.
Bring it on.
But now it's to apply pressure constantly, otherwise I'm not doing my job. If I lose pressure, it's GG.
Be right back.
Okay, we're gonna get Shogun and then
Be right back.
once we get Shogun, best tower in the game.
I will be
Very.
unstoppable.
We usually have double mage in arena, but this time we actually have 3 physicals,
Come on,
so
you gotta do better than
Shogun
that.
would be especially good now.
Enemies have returned to base. Cancel that.
Oh, it's the enemy who died. I mean, it's the ally who died, not the enemy. A little bit more gold and we get Shogun.
Not even breaking a sweat. Our team's enemies have returned to base.
Yeah, we're over pushing now. Oh shit, run!
Retreat!
Run!
Retreat! It's a trap!
Let's reset the fight now. Okay, now we get Shogun.
A good choice.
Arena is all about resetting fights and consistency in counter building. Now we get Sprint to make my team slow in.
Things are heating up.
But yeah, maybe we can do it. Probably go now. Cool down the wing a bit maybe.
On top of me, I thought I could have scrambled, I could have got up. I used to be tougher. I used to want it more, I used to have more grit. And I just felt like maybe I'd fired my last bullet. I didn't have that same grit, and it's time to move on.
Jay, one more question for you, and I apologize if this is a difficult one, but you wrote that, great piece on ESPN, and you're talking about how you made that.
Yo guys, let's talk about the SMITE SPL scene. Yo guys, let's talk about the state of SMITE SPL scene. Yo guys, let's... Yo guys.
What was that dash? Got dash! Wiggly dash! I probably should have bought a mana pot. Oh, they got the blue buff.
Hey guys, my meta SNL.
Kick. Oh. What the fuck?
We're gonna get the...
What the?
Drugačija, če ti dajo cel kotlev.
我在北京。
Hey guys, I'm in New York City just hanging out.
Accompany on Nick.
Smite killed League? Huh? Sure about that? I'm not sure about that one. Ah, are you kidding me? For real? Shut up, man. I don't care about that dumbass skin.
Bestia mi Ryu. We still probably go cloak starter item because that starter is the best. Insane stats, but probably didn't got nerfed. So we go cloak and then I don't know, lifesteal, maybe crits. There are many items you can go. Maybe even go queens, right? Executioner, maybe if you have 3-4 physicals in your team, right, against tanks. But still, tanks are so tanky and they have insane bonus damage. So I think currently we're in the tank meta. So Apollo is probably A tier, right? And the problem is a lot of these assassins, not only they get insane stats, they have over-bloated kits, they get free penetration, and now they also get insane tanky items you can buy on them, right? So they're tanky and they still do insane damage, right? And in early game they're gonna snowball anyway, right? And this is a huge issue. Snowballing, tank meta, I think the item balance is going in the wrong direction. They removed hybrid items for no good reason, actual counter building items that gave a lot of depth to the game, but now just added a bunch of tank items that do a bunch of bonus damage literally for just existing, right? You know, it's stupid. This is not how you balance the game. Muzenkap, he was always good with Bluestone. I think you go now, right now you actually go Jotun's Wrath on this guy, right? You still have no escape, but you have good clear, you have good pressure, good movement speed. Your support, or you need to go Winged Blade or Sprint Relic to have slow immunity, right, against Toast or Nemesis, Arachne junglers, right? Even though current, you know, Fenrir, Thor, a lot of these are meta currently, how do we counter those guys? The beats, Amulet, right? But still, ulti, I mean,
As absurd as your request is, I shall grant it.
Here we are hanging out at the beach, quiet.
Cooking is art, and the shit I cook is the bomb, so don't be telling me.
Shit you cook is shit. I saw your setup. Ridiculous. You and I will not make garbage. We will produce a chemically pure and stable product that performs as advertised. No adulterants, no baby formula, no chili powder.
No. Today I feel gay.
Big heat! Units, assemble! Arm up! Arm up! All troops, to me! Destroy them! Crush these barbarians! Units, assemble! Form close order! Units, assemble! Stand together! Arm up! Stand together! Rise! Flatten them! For close order! Got the pace! Quickly now! That stinks! Follow me! Protect the commander! Listen, attack at will! Sir, our order! Yes, commander! As you command! It's harvest time! Attack! From the north! Strike!
and entangling winds is actually very good. It's a long range route, so you can set up other things, you know. It's very underrated, okay? So you can long range route and engage with the Guardian, okay? And movement speed is very underrated. Witchblade and Winged Blade are really good items that often don't get bought even at top level, SPL level, you know. There are so many items you can go because, you know, high risk balance, you know. You have, let's see, you have black flat pin item was meta for a long time, but you know, some items got buffed lately, like Blackthorn Hammer, Runeforge Hammer, and you have Gladiator Shield. You know, these items are over buffed, and often people buy both those items, you know. So yeah, importance of second and third item is very important, and early game you just go flat pin item, you know. So let's say you play a hunter, you know, okay, if you play assassin, you know, you always go flat pin item in the jungle, okay, or maybe Hydra or something like that. But you can play hunter, you know. We see this in we saw this in SPL, you know. Hunters usually go Death Tool into Transcendence, into, you know, probably usually the Crusher, okay. But if you go Bluestone Pendant into Jotun's Wrath, which is really good early game stats, into the Crusher, you know, you will outclear any hunter in the game, you know. That was a twofer. And there are important late game items, late game auras, you know. Witchblade, Shogun Kusari, Runic Shield, all these are really good items to have, you know. Or if you play, let's say most Conquest games have 3 physical gods. So items like Void Shield are really good, you know. The most Conquest games have 3 physical gods, and this is where you buy Shogun Kusari, Witchblade and Void Shield. And if the enemy team has like 3 magical gods, you can go Runic Shield, you can go like Winged Blade, you know. Don't be that guy that always goes 6 damage items and just rely on getting snowballed, you know. You always want to add in like Winged Blade, Witchblade, or maybe Valor, or Shogun Kusari. These are very important items, you know. You will buy the time for your team to do more damage in the long run. Especially if you play games like Arena. You know, in Conquest, okay, you can go like 6 damage items to get away with it because you have level advantage, you know, and you just snowball from it. But in Arena, it's especially important to counter build, and items like Witchblade, Winged Blade, Shogun Kusari, and Valor are very important. And the most important thing is that you watch, you know, who is top damage at both teams by pressing T, or you press Y or Z and see what killed you. And this is how you counter build, okay? You buy magical or physical protection. But let me give you some few really good advices, okay? If you play support, you know, okay, you go Sentinel's Gift, okay? But then, you know, what items do you go? You know, the meta was usually tips, okay? Tips into Pridewin. But this is outdated meta, you know. Pridewin is also very hard to proc, you know. But tips is very slow item, you know. That's the problem. Let's see where's tips, okay? Once you stack it, it's a really good item, of course. Don't get me wrong. But you need to stack it. You need like 10 minutes to stack it. And that's why, you know, Stone of Binding was always a better choice, you know. Also, we have Witchblade. This item has really good stats, especially for early game, and it's one of the best aura in the game. So you can rush Witchblade into Valor for cooldown and mana, into Shogun Kusari. And if you combine these 3 items, you have max cooldown, you have 2 best auras in the game, and you have both protections. Plus you have HP and mana and cooldown, you know. So if you play support, the current meta is probably Witchblade into Valor, you know, that mana early game is actually quite important, plus Shogun Kusari. And after that you can go like Winged Blade, you can go Voidstone that got buffed, or you can go Contagion, which is physical protection and anti-heal aura, you know. So yeah, this is just about item building, okay? You have to consider power spikes, you know, and you have to have good counter. If you, let's say you know, you go, let's say you play Hunter, okay, and you go Death Tool into let's say the Crusher or Asi or whatever. you will have a lot of damage, but the problem then comes because you will get focused a lot, because they know you have a lot of damage, and then this is the time when you buy Winged Blade or Witchblade as a third or fourth item, okay? So Conquest is all about, you know, getting as much resources as possible, so you wanna go, you know, rush damage, flat pin early, and then maybe add like one hybrid or survival item in between, like Witchblade, Winged Blade, or Valor. Arena is a different beast, for example, you know, Arena, especially if you play Guardian, you know, you can go first item Witchblade, you know, and they removed Warding Sigil from Guardians, so now we actually don't really have a good starter for Guardians in Arena, you know. Maybe Sentinel's Gift, okay, Sentinel's Gift of course is meta in Conquest, but in, you know, other game modes not that much, so you can just go Witchblade, Stone of Binding, Valor, Shogun, you know. And yeah, always move forward, okay? Moving forward is the fastest, okay? So you always move forward, and slows are very underrated crowd control. If you are slowed, if you are being slowed, you cannot juke people, okay? So this is when Winged Blade and Sprint Relic come into play. Meta currently, meta is beats, you know, into Sprint Relic. So you give slow immunity to your whole team, and entangling winds is actually very good. It's a long range route, so you can set up other things, you know. It's very underrated, okay? So you can long range route and engage with the Guardian, okay? And movement speed is very underrated. Witchblade and Winged Blade are really good items that often don't get bought, even at top level, SPL level, you know. And I seen those SPL builds, you know, they like competition, you know. If you play solo laner and you have 3 physical gods in your team, you have to get Void Shield, okay? So, and if you have like 3 physical gods, that mean, you know, they rely on basic attacks and animation cancelling a lot. So you need Shogun Kuzari, okay? Shogun Kuzari is best aura in the game currently. You always have to buy it, you know. If your support don't buy it, maybe you buy it, you know. That's how good it is. And Witchblade is also a really important aura to have, especially against 3 physical teams, you know. Most Conquest games have 3 physical gods, where most Arena games have 3 magical gods, you know. They have double mage and guardian, but Conquest is usually, you know, like 3 physical gods, and they only have like 1 mage and a guardian. So Witchblade, Shogun Kuzari and Void Shield are very important auras to have, okay? Gladiator Shield got overbuffed because Harris balance, you know. Runic Shield is really good counter. If you play against 3 magical teams, or if you play warrior against solo laner, magical solo laner like Zonkai, Hades or Anubis, you buy Runic Shield and you counter them so much, you know. And then after that you can go like Valor, you can go flat pin item like Brawler's Beatstick. It's also very important to have 1 flat penetration item on a warriors, you know. Your job as a warrior is to harass enemy carries, enemy mages usually, you know, and so you do that by getting one or 2 flat pin items, you know. But yeah, some gods like Vamana are really hard to build, you know. You wanna get Shogun early game, Jotun's Wrath and the Crusher is your early game usually, okay. You can also go Brawler's Beatstick and combine it with like Valor for cooldown. It's also very good, you know. But 1 flat pen item early to mid game is very important on physical gods. Usually the build will be like that, you know. You go Jotuns, then you go like Witchblade, and then you go another flat pin item. And then after that, you know, you get Valor and Shogun Kuzari, you know. Valor and Shogun Kuzari are your staple items, you know. For physical protection, cooldown and mana, and magical protection and cooldown, and one of the best aura in the game, okay. So yeah, that's how we do it, you know. These are just the basics of item building. Item and counter building is one of the most important aspects of Smite, you know. With good build, you can do so much, you know. And it's not just about that, you also have to... You have to use voice commands, okay? Voice commands allow you to motivate your team and keep the spirit high. Plus you can have a one plan together, which is very important, you know. It's all about dancing on the battle line, you know. Conquest is all about getting as much resources as you can, and Arena is all about fighting on even playing field, consistency, counter building and resetting fights, okay? And this go to all the game modes, you know, to all the game modes. So let's see those builds, you know. One physical, you know, so virginity is okay, because we have 3 physical gods, so virginity is okay. After that, you can go Witchblade, you can go Shogun Kuzari, where is it, Shogun Kuzari, and later you can also go Valor, you know. The only problem is that if you go so virginity, you don't have Valor, and Valor gives you cooldown and mana, which is actually very important and very underestimated, you know. That 20% cooldown, when you combine it with Witchblade and Shogun, you have 40%, is actually very important. It's a big difference if you have 20% or if you have 40% cooldown, okay? And yeah, hybrid items are always good, you know. In Quest you have to think about it, you know. If you go too much hybrid items, you can fall behind in farm, you know. But in Arena, hybrid items are even better, you know. But yeah, yesterday I saw, you know, like Tiamat getting Voidstone, you know. But they only had like 1 mage, so in that case you better go Shogun Kuzari, you know. Yes, Voidstone got buffed, but you need to have at least like double magical, you know, double mage to make it worth it. Shogun Kuzari is way better, you get magical protection, HP, you get really good stats, and you get the best aura in the game, okay. People, you know, people think, okay, items like, let's see, where is it? Witchblade. This item is not just good against hunters, you know, you lower their attack speed. This is not just good against hunters and 3 physical teams, but also gods that animation cancel a lot, like Susano. If you lower their attack speed, you increase their basic attack speed animation time, so they cannot combine their basic attacks and abilities so easy. This is especially good counter against gods that rush Hydra, you know. Hydra is OP. They actually buff this item, and this item has no internal cooldown, so this item is broken as fuck, okay? And Runeforge Hammer is also broken, and Blackthorn Hammer is broken, you know. Too much good stats, you know, for the price you pay. But yeah, you know, what else can I talk about?